A Magic UI 6 sounds like a big number and a big version upgrade for the Magic 3 Pro Plus or the Magic 3 and Honor 50 series, but is it really? Let's find out in this video and let's get started. So the update Magic UI 6.0.0.122 comes with a pretty long list of changes, but not as long as on HarmonyOS or MotionUI 12 that you saw on Huawei, for example. So we have just a few more changes here only, and let me go through all the changes. I think the biggest change is not written here, but the Android base has been changed to version 12. But let's go first to the home screen and let's take a look at the big folder feature. When you first start Magic UI 6 after the upgrade, it will ask you lots of questions, and one of the questions is if you want to have the new home screen, and if you click yes, yeah, it will kind of change your home screen and rearrange stuff, but not so far. It just puts like everything to the side. But what you can see here right now on the first screen is the new big folder feature, and this folder feature allows us to click the various different icons inside of the folder directly, so you don't have to go into the folder to open up an application, just like for example music here. It just starts up without any issues. If you want to see all of the applications and the description of the applications, you can press on the down right icon, so you get the classical folder view with all the applications and all the descriptions as well. So this is the big folder feature. Let's talk about app cards. App cards allow us to see a quick glance of an application, a widget for example. And the phone icon here, for example, has this line under it. And if I swipe up on this, it will give me this widget, in this case, contacts. I don't have any. If I go to my folder here, the gallery and the calendar icon also have this line. If I swipe up there, I get a widget of my last images that I took of photos, and on the calendar, my last appointments. And several Huawei and Honor apps have this line with widgets. And those widgets can also be pinned to a desktop. By pressing the pin button, it will create, in this case, a new desktop, because here I didn't have enough space. So here I have my new widget running, which is pretty cool. There's a new dark mode option that allows us to automatically switch between dark and light mode. I go to my settings, I go to display and brightness, and here you can see I can switch between light and dark, and I have also the auto switch option. And under schedule I have the new option from sunset to sunrise. Previously only custom time was available. Now from sunset and sunrise is available, so it figures out itself when to switch between dark and light mode, which is pretty awesome. Another new feature is Honor Board. I have it deactivated by default, so I have to activate it here. It's previously called Huawei Assistant Today or Assistant Today, as you can see here in my settings. And this one allows you, when you swipe to the right, to see some features. So what you can see is, for example, Yo-Yo suggestion cards, which allow me to swipe through some stuff here, like some photos that I took or videos that I took, which is pretty interesting. Then I have my apps, which allow me to see some applications. This is mostly specific for the Chinese market, because all these assistant features probably will not make it to the global version. It's a China specific thing. Nevertheless, you get also here some news as well, news feed in various different categories as well. Very China specific right now, we cannot change it. Then we have some service galleries where we can add some widgets to this dashboard. And here you can see some familiar widgets that you already saw on the app cards, because they are using the same kind of framework for those widgets. And you can put them also onto your dashboard, which is pretty awesome, I would say. So this is basically the Honor Board. Another cool feature is Jojo Assistant, which is an assistant, basically something similar to Google Assistant. It allows me to do various different things. I'm here in the Gallery app, for example, and I have down right a button that can detect text in images, and as you can see here, it marks the text. I can click on this marked text or a passage of this text, and I can copy, select all, or even translate it. I don't have internet here right now, but this is how it would work. So I could translate signs or other things that I see. And yeah, this is the translation that is available, the translation tool that is also available here. Of course, I can select the text, I can copy the text, which might be also very interesting if I want to copy text to the clipboard. And this is the Jojo action here. There are much more Jojo actions here as well, and I'm not sure if they're called Jojo or Yo-Yo actions. Otherwise, you can find in the system settings under Assistant more options like Yo-Yo suggestions. It can give you suggestions for flights, subway pass, highlights, parking service, travel reminders, calendar, copy and go, delivery pickup, and so on. It's highly specific for the Chinese market right now, but it can work also eventually here in Europe, but we have to see. Here's the magic text feature that I talked about that can mark text, translate the text, and you can search for a number. You can directly go to an address and so on, which is pretty nice, I would say. So Yo-Yo is pretty cool. Another interesting option that you can find under settings, Wi-Fi settings, network acceleration, allows us to see Link Turbo X. It's an intelligent way to analyze your network quality and use either Wi-Fi or mobile data to enhance your connection. And this service works together with several different applications and is based upon an AI. So you can see a list of applications down here with AMap, which is a Chinese Google Map alternative, Didi, Uber alternative, Baidu, and some other applications. I could imagine this coming to the global market as well with some more similar or familiar applications that we know, like Google Maps, for example, that can accelerate then the network connection, especially when you're traveling through tunnels and so on. You don't want your GPS, you don't want your location data, you don't want the loss of your map data, which is pretty handy indeed. We find this privacy center under settings, which can scan for risks on the device. It can show you the applications that lose location, camera, microphone, contacts, or files and folders the last time. You can click on this application to see when it accessed the files and folders, and you can click even deeper to see even more which files it had access to. The privacy center also features like a permission manager where you can set up all of your permissions, and of course it can retrack, this is a new Android 12 feature, permissions automatically if an application does not use this permission. And location services, of course, privacy space is there, but also other privacy settings, just like, for example, camera and microphone that you can completely block out of the system, or you can show even a camera and microphone usage indicator, which is pretty interesting because this is also an Android 12 feature. Every time the camera or the microphone is in use, it will show you a little dot. As you can see here, I'm using the microphone right now, and the dot still remains next to the clock top right corner where you can always see this. Then there's a clipboard usage indicator. The clipboard can be automatically deleted after a few minutes, which also allows us to keep track of our privacy, not having all our passwords or sensible information in the clipboard all the time for other applications, malicious applications, to read them out. And this is also a pretty interesting feature. So all in all, good new privacy features in Magic UI 6. So this is basically it for Magic UI 6 on the Magic 3 Pro Plus, and I don't think that the Honor 50 or any other device of the Honor's range that gets the Magic UI 6 right now will get anything more here. There's a small little feature that I forgot to mention. It's like Find My Device is now also able to not allow to turn off the device, so you can find the device if it has been stolen or something like this. But all in all, it's a feature set that is only a subset of something that we know already from Huawei. But nevertheless, it's a good thing that they are improving on this. Version 6, it would be version 5.2 or something like this, I would say. It's not really a big upgrade and big jump from version 6. But we at least get Android 12 here, which is pretty interesting. I would wonder if we get this as well on the Honor 50 to see if this is improving stuff there or not. So anyway, what do you think about Magic UI 6 on the Magic 3 Pro Plus and the other devices that will probably get it in a few weeks? Write it down in the comment section. That's everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, bye.